In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what cities are best to target and which cities to avoid if you're just starting out on your Airbnb business in 2026. No fluff, no recycled TikTok nonsense, just the numbers, the red flags, and what's actually working on the ground right now. I'm Adam. I grew up in a council estate in Dublin. I had no investors, no property background. I dropped out of college twice. I lasted 6 weeks in a corporate tech job, and I somehow ended up running a portfolio of 16 luxury Airbnb properties within Dubai and the UK, fully remote. I built it all by learning the hard way. I lost money, I was scammed, I overpaid on units. So on this channel, you don't get the highlight reel and the flashy stuff, you get the real stuff that actually works. By the end of this video, you'll know 3 green signals that tells you that a city is primed for Airbnb, the 5 red flags that absolutely kill profit, and my personal 2026 hot list and skip list so you don't burn your savings. Let's get straight into it. Here's why 2026 city picking is different. 2026 isn't 2020. The boom is over. Demand's still strong, but the margins live in your city choice. Most beginners jump into the wrong market and as a result lose a lot of money. Here's what's killing cash flow right now. Seasonality spikes, the dead months that absolutely crush your occupancy, oversupplied pockets where everyone's fighting over the same weekend bookings or completely slashing their prices so it's a fight to the bone, and creeping regulations that turn a good deal into a legal headache overnight. When I look at a new city to do Airbnb in, I run it through this 7-point filter system, and if it fails more than 2 points, I walk away. Number 1, and I think this is one of the most important, regulation reality. Is short-term rental or Airbnb allowed in the city? Are there corporate carve-outs or is it a completely red zone? Number 2, demand depth. You want city with weekday and weekend demand. The mix of tourism, corporate and business travelers, and even contractors will keep you fully booked throughout the whole year. Number 3, ADR to rent spread. You're looking for at least 2.2 to 3 times the rent coverage with 70 to 80% occupancy. Anything less than that, the margin is too tight for my liking. Number 4, supply trend. Do some research and find out if short-term rentals are growing faster than hotel rooms. If they are, it's more than likely oversupply. Number 5, seasonality and length of stays. Strong summer months and mid-term demand keep your cash flow stable throughout the whole year. Number 6, landlord openness and lease terms. Are the landlords actually open to having a corporate let run in their property? Can you get a break clause, no deposit, or stop the rent early? Or do they help with things like furnishing? And the last point is op frictions. Cleaning costs, parking, laundry access, building rules, deposits, utilities. All of these small frictions eat at your profit. Here's the best city buckets for 2026. Forget the hype, here's what actually works. Emerging business hubs. Think cities with ground weekend demand, fair ADRs, and landlord-friendly rules. Event-rich cities. These cities usually have predictable spikes from concerts, festivals, and other big events that happen in the area, plus steady mid-term stays. Premium micro-districts within strict cities, even in places with heavy regulations that may actually prevent short-term rental from happening. There's usually legal loopholes where ADR and long-term stays actually make it worth it. These are your quiet profit zones. Now, here's the worst city buckets for 2026. Here's how people actually lose money when they're doing rent to rent. Number 1 is regulation traps. Cities with cap permits, banned subletting, or fines for not having certain things in order can all completely destroy your profits. Number 2, oversupplied tourist centres. These postcard picture perfect places where everyone piles in, ADR eventually crashes, and you can't even fill the weekdays. And lastly, number 3 is lease hostile markets, where agents and HOAs punt short-term rentals down. You'll spend more time dodging emails than actually making money. If the city that you want to do short-term rental in sounds like any of these, I'd completely skip it. Here's how to validate a city within 48 hours. This is how I test the market when I need to do it fast. I run a complete data sweep on OTAs such as Airbnb and Booking.com. I check comparables, occupancy, and ADRs. I also check hotel rates and event calendars to see how prices are moving. I may also call service accommodation brokers within the area for real-time demand. I then would initially make 5 to 10 calls to landlords to get ground truth on corporate let openness. I'd then generate a sample lease and check for subletting languages and break clauses. I'd lastly model my numbers with deal analysis. I'd then do a full model and analysis of the deal using rent, utilities, tax, and cleaning fees, and stress tests at 60, 70, 80, and all the way up to 100% occupancy. If it still cash flows at about 60%, you usually have a winner. Here's my rule of thumb. When margins are thin, the structure in your business will completely save you, and here's how. You can do this by negotiating a rent-free period of 2 to 4 weeks. You can start with stepped rent that eventually increases over time. You can also start with a furnished split with the landlord. And lastly, you can even start with a revenue share model by partnering with the landlord, which reduces your upfront cost. Every $1,000 you save on month one adds money to your runway. My biggest advantage now in this business is that I run everything fully remotely between Dubai and the UK. How do I do this? I do this by having a good network of people on ground in both markets, whether it be cleaners, operation team, maintenance and smart lock technicians. I automate guest communication through AI. This is what actually gives you location and financial freedom. If you're looking to scale fast without burning out, this is the business model. One of the main things in this business is having efficient risk control. Here's how I protect myself in this business. I get the permits before paying any deposit. I start with 1 unit pilots before I scale on to more units. I negotiate cancellation windows within the lease, and I always keep a cash reserve of 2 to 3 months worth of rents for any downtime or slow season. This is exactly how you play the long game. So if you're looking for a 30 to 90 day action plan, here's what your next move needs to be. Shortlist 5 cities that fit your lifestyle and capital. Score them using the 7-point filter system that I spoke about previously. Pick your top 2, start reaching out and calling landlords, and review live listings in the area. Lock in 1 pilot lease and track it for 90 days. That's exactly how you build data, confidence, and a real business. So before you go and chase another hot Airbnb market that you see on Instagram or TikTok, remember, you don't need the perfect city. You need the right strategy and systems in a smart city. If you found this video helpful, hit the like and subscribe button, as I'll be uploading weekly videos of showing you exactly how to start and scale your Airbnb business. See you on the next one.